You ever walk into someone's house and immediately feel like you've been transported back a decade? Even worse, is it your own house? That's usually not because of the furniture, it's actually the paint that is oftentimes the culprit. Some colors just feel dated, but today, we're not just talking about colors that are out, we're talking about the ones that experts wish you would just leave behind already, including one I personally used to love. Oof. Hey, I'm James from The Paint People, and I've been knee-deep in color swatches and client consultations for years. Today, I'm breaking down 5 Benjamin Moore paint colors that just don't cut it anymore in 2025 and what you should be using instead. Stick around for some spicy alternatives that'll make your home feel fresh, modern, and anything but boring. Oh, and if you need personalized color advice, check this out. If you need a little more color inspiration, check out our palette pyramid service where we create custom color palettes for you based on your needs, your wants. Whether you need a 3-color palette, 6, or even more, we can accommodate you. And as part of the service, I even send you a personalized video explaining how the colors all work together. People love them. We're getting more and more demand. So while my workload is still manageable, check the link down below and secure your palette pyramid today. Okay, color number 1, Revere Pewter, HC 172. Here's why I think this color's out. Revere Pewter was the grayish of the 2010s, but that soft green-beige vibe doesn't always translate well in newer, lighter, more modern interiors. It's kind of murky in low light and can lean unexpectedly green and lacks the clarity people are looking for in their neutrals today. Even though I really like green, I know a lot of you don't like an unexpected green in the form of undertones, and that's what Revere Pewter oftentimes gives you. More than that, it often fights with finishes like white oak and quartz, and if you like creamy trim colors, it's usually not a good fit. It tries to be warm and cool at the same time, but ends up feeling indecisive and outdated in contemporary homes. So here's what I would recommend using instead. The Balboa Mist, I find it to be an airier, more refined grayish that has better undertones that don't oftentimes give people problems. And then for kind of a different vibe altogether, check out Natural Cream. Soft and warm, and I would say it's way more of an elegant choice in those open spaces in your home. All right, let's get to color number 2, and it's one that I used all the time for many, many years. It's called Ultra White, CC-10. Ultra White might sound like the ideal clean slate color, but it's secretly one of the trickier whites to work with, largely because of its blue undertone, which can make it feel stark and even a little fluorescent in the wrong light. In warmer homes with wood floors and brass fixtures or beige tiles of any sort, and the result ends up making a room that you use it in feel sterile, cold, and totally lacking the warmth that we all love these days, and personality to be fair. If you want bright, clean walls, there are better, softer whites out there that don't throw ice cubes at your cozy vibe. So my alternative options would be 1, Chantilly lace. I have to say, very bright, crisp, and neutral, but it doesn't have that harsh blue cast that Ultra White has. And yeah, I used to hate it. I still hate using it, but I don't mind it once it's on the walls in places like my bathroom. I currently have it in my primary bath. Here's a video up top in the cards if you want to see that, but at least it feels more balanced as a clean white. Number 2 is Oxford White, which is clean, but a bit softer, super versatile paint color, almost a grayed out version of Chantilly lace, so it's not going to feel as in your face, which is nice. And then a third option is Simply White. It's slightly creamy, has a touch of a yellow undertone, making it incredibly popular for a reason, because it's bright without going into that cool direction that most people don't really like these days. Speaking of blues, color number 3 is Hale Navy. I love Hale Navy too, okay? But it has become a bit of a cliche. It's the go-to for dark blue cabinets, accent walls, vanities, powder rooms, you name it. At this point, it's kind of a entry point or a starter bold color that feels more expected than exciting. Plus, in spaces with lower ceilings or not much light, it can feel a little bit too heavy. And if you're using it to be different, chances are 5 other people on your street already have it on their kitchen island. They beat you to it, I'm sorry to say. Okay, so what I would use instead, some options for you. Nocturnal Gray, which is this beautiful, moody, blue charcoal hybrid that feels way more current. And I have it currently in my primary bedroom. Maybe that means it's kind of on its way out if I used it. I don't know. Next up is Mysterious, which is this inky, dramatic color, but with a sophisticated, classy twist. Really like this color. And then, of course, you have Newburyport Blue, which has similar depth to Hale Navy, but it has a touch more vibrancy, which I think makes it a little more fun and engaging as a color. Okay, number 4, I gotta retire Cement Gray. This one should be obvious to all of you. Cement gray is the definition of meh, bleh, bleh. It's a mid-tony, sort of cool gray with very little personality. It tries to be, classy, modern, neutral, super contemporary, but honestly, in 2025, we're shifting towards warmth, softness, and emotion in our spaces, for lack of a better term. It's the gray that just can't compete. Really, it tends to fall flat in daylight. It almost feels blue in artificial light, but not even in a nice way. When you pair it with cozy furnishings or natural elements like wood or woven textures, cement gray just feels kind of disconnected to me. This vibe is 2014 condo chic. And that's not the look we're chasing anymore. I know I'm not. Some alternatives would be pale oak, which is a soft grayish that adds warmth without going fully into beige territory. You also have smoky taupe, which is awesome. It's a cozy, complex neutral with a bit more depth. And then you have Nimbus, which kind of is on that cooler side of things as well. It still reads modern, but not cold and lifeless, like cement. Number 5 has to be Stonington Gray. And I recently did a palette pyramid for a customer who was painting over Stonington Gray in their condo because they were sick of it, and I don't blame them. This is a color that's often pitched as a safe neutral, but let's be honest, a little too safe. It lacks the life, the character, and that complexity that you see in more current grays that are more of a combination of warm and cool. Compared to other options out there, Stonington Gray just kind of sits there. It can make spaces feel dull, especially in those more north-facing rooms or areas with very kind of flat, washed-out lighting. It also doesn't shift much throughout the day, which could be good for some people that like things to be very predictable. But to me, that means it just lacks dynamic personality, which makes the color truly great in a lot of cases. It's time to let this one rest. And some colors you can use instead are Gray Owl, which is brighter and a little more reactive to light. I actually love how it kind of changes throughout the day. And then you have Classic Gray, which is an absolute classic, soft, versatile, and a better match for so many other design styles. And then you have Silver Satin, which is more of a silvery counterpart to Classic Gray, which I've used quite often as well. It's another awesome choice if you still want to be in that cooler lean without having your walls look like my sweater. No offense. And that's it.